Okay, so today we're gonna talk about some fucking episode 3 shit. Which is, I don't know, it's just gonna fucking come out and we'll see what the fuck happens. Hey guys, welcome to episode motherfucking 3 of the motherfucking Heavily Addicted Podcast. Level 9000. I'm sitting here with my beautiful girlfriend.
Right.
But I think that it's important for me to convey the fact that I had a lot of fun in my addiction in the beginning, right? You know, I wouldn't have kept doing it if it wasn't fun. I mean,
Was it really fun?
in the beginning, yeah, it was. In high school, I had a lot of fun. Not a care in the world, just doing a bunch of drugs. Yeah, fuck yeah, I had a lot of fun. I wouldn't have fucking kept doing it if it wasn't fun. But it definitely became not fun at some point, obviously. And that was even before I got out of high school. By the time I was addicted to Oxycontin, shit got real fucking unfun. It just became a goddamn chore every day to fucking find a bean, which is what we called Oxy, and fucking spend $50 on it, which was cheap, you know, at that point, because they went up to goddamn $1 a milligram. $80 for 80 milligrams of Oxy. Baby, running my fucking stream.
Sorry.
I'm just kidding.
Trying to help you.
Help me, baby. Are you trying to help me by fucking popping ingrown hairs?
Yes. Ow, it hurts.
Makes no sense, baby.
Sorry.
How does that help me?
Help me help you.
Help you, help me.
Help me help you, help me. Help me and Key.
Anyway. So, it was a lot of fun.
No.
But it became not fun. It became a chore. It became a fucking gnarly chore.
Why?
Because
It's expensive.
it's expensive and it
Where
fucking...
did you get the money? I don't understand. Where'd it come from?
Well, I worked and I didn't have any bills. I was only 17.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're working, you know, I wasn't working completely full time. I think I was working like 30 hours a week.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, obviously that's not a lot of money, but it was enough to keep me high in the beginning. But by the time my addiction got real bad, I was, you know, stealing. At first I sold all my shit.
PlayStation.
Xbox, actually.
Xbox.
I didn't sell it. I traded it. Traded my brand new Xbox 360 for like 4 Oxycontin.
How do you feel about that?
Embarrassed.
Good.
I remember when I went to rehab the first time, like, they did a lot of like these group sessions and shit, and the lady asked me in front of my parents, she's like, all right, like at the very end, like went through everybody and started with me, like, all right, what's one thing that you need to tell on yourself for that, you know, whatever, that your parents don't know, or whatever, you know? And I just went, I sold my Xbox for Oxycontin, like that, like real quick. And, like, I mean, obviously they didn't, and it's like, all right, whatever at that point, you know? But it was just obvious, like, I did not want to say it. It's fucking embarrassing. It's just embarrassing. It's like, so low. Like, you're 17, you're selling your fucking Xbox for goddamn Oxycontin for like 4 pills.
That's pretty sad.
It is.
How much is the Xbox?
They were like, I don't know, 400 probably new.
Jesus.
Yeah, 400.
For Xbox?
Yeah.
And plus the games?
I don't know if I gave him my games or not.
I'm just saying, like, to play an Xbox when you're
Yeah,
in
it's
high school.
yeah.
It's a rich man's sport.
It's a rich man's sport, for real. The games are like 60 a pop.
Damn.
I know.
Oof.
But, you know, upper middle class, what's up?
Hey. So, moving forward.
Yes, moving forward.
Ow.
I don't know. It became not fun. I sold my shit and I started stealing shit out of the register at my work.
Thief.
I was a thief, for sure.
Untrustworthy.
I was untrustworthy, for sure.
Doing drugs.
Should I turn this on front and back?
Yes. But I was just gonna ask a question and maybe you can cut me out. And
I can't cut you out that many times. I won't be able to chop it up that much.
Really?
Yeah.
Sorry.
That's okay, baby. Get closer.
Because maybe this is when you talk normal, you know? You talk like you're talking to me. So it sounds more authentic. Don't you think? Do you think that or no?
Yeah. Because I don't know. I don't
like
know.
A conversation.
I don't hear myself talking differently, but you hear it.
When you're talking to me, at least you're talking to me.
Yeah.
You're not talking to an audience where you can actually be yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And it sounds authentic. It sounds real. It sounds like, okay, people can relate.
Yeah.
Like, people can relate that Xbox it's expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For drugs, you're a kid. Every kid wants Xbox for Christmas or whatever. And you're over here like, can I get 4 pills?
Yeah.
Wow. Right?
Yeah.
I think that's crazy.
It is crazy.
It is.
I wanted that Xbox so fucking bad at one point, but by the time I was all addicted to Oxycontin, I wasn't playing it at all. And in my mind, it's like,
What's the
I need more.
Yeah. What can you give away that?
I'm honestly, like the mindset at the time is like, thank you so much for taking this because I don't have cash. Like, I need these fucking things. And I remember they were gone so fucking quick.
The
pills.
Drugs. Yeah.
I remember thinking like, God damn, my Xbox is gone and these fucking pills are gone too.
Yeah.
Whatever.
I mean, you can't take back it is what it is.
It's in the past.
It's just how crazy.
Those things were more addictive than heroin. Because they were just so goddamn pure. Yeah.
Oxycontin.
Oxycontin.
Oops.
Oxycontin.
Oxycontin.
Contin.
Blue pills.
Green.
God, green. What are the blue ones?
Those are technically called Roxys, but it's the same drug.
Yeah. Horrible. So.
Well, actually, the blue ones that are around here and that you buy off the street have fentanyl in them. They're fentanyl and Adderall, or fentanyl and meth.
Sounds like a blast. Just kidding.
They're fucking fake, all of them. Unless you're getting them from someone that has a prescription, a legit American prescription, which are rare to come by these days. You have to be like a real paying patient.
Fentanyl.
It's fentanyl. I've never done. I've done pharmaceutical fentanyl.
I'm sure if you bought something on the street, there's definitely a little bit of fentanyl in it.
What, heroin I've done?
Yeah. No.
I'm sure some of the heroin I did had fentanyl in it.
Something.
But I never did. Like, nowadays, people are just buying straight powder fentanyl. Or they're buying the blue pills, which they know have fentanyl in them.
Everything has fentanyl in it.
Nowadays.
Yeah, nowadays.
When I stopped back in 2016. So it was before everything had fentanyl in it. But nowadays, for sure, everything has fentanyl in it. I remember, but I had done. So remember I was telling you about the patches. First I did the lollipops in high school.
Of?
Fentanyl. The fentanyl lollipops. Which are like only prescribed to like cancer patients. I remember this girl's mom was dying and she was selling all the fucking lollipops.
From school?
Yeah. And then, so I did the lollipops in high school. And then after that, I did a patch. I put a patch on my skin one time. I remember I didn't have an opiate tolerance. I put the patch on at like 8 o'clock at night, and it takes a while to start working.
To your system?
Yeah, it takes a while to start hitting your bloodstream. And I woke up the next morning to go to work, and I was so fucked up I could barely hold my eyes open. And they sent me home for falling asleep standing up. Jesus.
Not funny.
It's not funny, but it's kind of a funny thing to be sent home for. Falling asleep standing up.
Because you have...
They didn't know it was like... I mean, they probably knew, but...
Because when you're on drugs, you think you look fine. Think you act fine, but when you're sober and you look at someone who's on drugs...
I was like sick a day off.
Huh?
I was like, cool, I get a day off.
Oh, yeah. Anyways.
So, but then I did more patches, but I cut them open.
What do you mean?
I cut it, so it's a patch and it has this like liquid goo inside. That's all fentanyl. I cut the thing open. First I took vinegar in a syringe, squirted it in the patch, mixed it up, and then threw cotton in there to filter it out. Sucked the fucking vinegar up through the cotton to filter it so there's no solids, and shot that up. and it kind of worked a little bit. And I was like, you know what would work better as a solvent to dissolve the fucking fentanyl? Rubbing alcohol. I fucking took rubbing alcohol in a syringe, squirted it into the fucking patch, mixed it up, threw a cotton in there,
Gross.
and shot it in my fucking vein. Rubbing alcohol.
Gross.
I remember tasting it. It came up the back of my throat, like rubbing alcohol. I was like, fucking burning. And I got all like drunk. I was like, I felt all drunk as fuck. But the patch was expired, and I think like the fucking goo wasn't strong. If that had been a new patch and I had done that, I would have for sure been gone as fuck. I would have been dead for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, fuck it.
Ew.
Rubbing alcohol.
It's disgusting. I don't know why. Oof.
No, I was bad. I was really, really bad.
You looked bad.
I looked bad for sure.
You looked very bad.
I'm 6'1", and I weighed like 130 pounds.
Mm-hmm. All grungy.
Not showering for fucking days at a time. Greasy hair, long ass hair.
Grown out beard.
Long as fuck.
Didn't care about what clothes you were wearing.
Nah.
Staggering around, all getting through life.
I do the smell check, like pull it up. Smells alright? Alright, let's wear it. And your sense of smell when on opiates is so fucking bad, so I'm sure I reeked all the time.
You didn't smell.
Maybe not when you saw me, but...
You took a shower for me?
Probably. I at least had a home base at that point that I had a shower.
Horrible.
Yeah, it was horrible. Yeah, I was going to talk about, there's this shit that people call needle fever. Well, there's cotton fever that's different. Cotton fever is if there's bacteria. So like you have to so when you cook up a shot on a spoon, so you put heroin on a spoon, put water on it.
Black stuff.
The black tar heroin. Whatever you put on a spoon, usually,
okay.
but especially black tar because it's like a solid, and you put a lighter under the spoon to like make it dissolve in the water, and then you put a cotton on there to filter any solids out so it doesn't go in the syringe. So
every time people do this.
Yes.
So it's like a known thing.
Yes.
Okay.
And so I drew up. So cotton fever is if there's bacteria in the cotton.
What do you mean?
So the junky fucking stupid story is like it's if a piece of cotton gets in your syringe and you shoot that up, you get really sick, but that's not what it is. Cotton fever is actually a bacteria that gets in the cotton, and you get like super like the flu. You get the chills and the shakes, and it doesn't even feel like you really feel your heroin. It's almost like you go into withdrawals, but it's bacteria that got in. I've never had it. I've never gotten cotton fever, not once. I think it's just because I have a really strong immune system.
Wait, so when did you first start heroin? What was like your jump? It was from Xanax to whatever other shit?
The first time I ever, because like by the time I was doing pills, oxy, I was
all
doing
stuff.
I knew that there was no difference between doing oxy and doing heroin. And so one time I was in outpatient rehab from like 15 to like 17, and one of the kids there had some heroin, and I was like, fuck it, I'll do it, and I smoked some. And I felt it. I got high for sure, but it wasn't, and it wasn't anything extreme. It was weak. It was weaker than the pills.
Yeah.
And so I was like, this is nothing.
So when I knew you in high school, you were doing drugs?
Yes, I was. I mean, when sophomore year is when we really met, and I was pretty much just smoking weed. I was smoking weed every day.
When we officially met in sophomore year.
I think so. Yeah.
I think I met freshman year, no?
We probably had a conversation, but we really didn't like become acquainted until we had that class together sophomore year.
You guys had this long time crush on me?
Maybe. A little bit here and there.
Thanks. I'll take it.
I definitely noticed you before you noticed me.
What do we notice?
Yeah, I definitely saw you before you saw me.
For sure.
Yeah, you stuck in my mind. You definitely had a special place in my heart.
Obsession. Crush.
It was a crush for sure. I don't think it had turned into an obsession until after we
Good thing I knew nothing about
dated.
But I know nothing about. I knew nothing about.
What?
You gotta make my email for me.
Yeah.
Thank the Lord for English class, or I never would have talked to you.
What did we have to do? We had to send it to like the website.
Yeah.
And you had just gotten in a little breakup.
Yes.
And I was like, ooh, it's my time.
It's my time to shine.
My time to shine.
You need to help me with your English homework?
Yeah, I was like...
I got it, don't me? Yeah, I got
remember,
you.
I forget how it even happened, but yeah, I was just like...
I asked you.
Did you ask me?
I was like, Garrett, you're like, what? Oh. I was like, hey, you. Me? You're talking to me? What? Me? I'm like, hey, I need help. Can you help me real quick? We're in the computer lab, and you're like, yeah. What do you need? I'm like, help me send this in. And you're like, oh, I got it. You did it for me. All happy. I was like, okay, bye.
I think I typed a lot of the paper, too.
I think you did.
Yeah.
I think you finished it. I think you did, too. Yeah. I know, I'm thinking about it. Yeah. I think you did.
It's I'm a good writer. I'm a good writer, and it comes in handy sometimes.
You did.
Yeah, I definitely did. And I made your little email address for you that you kept for how long?
Oh, a long time.
What was it?
I can't say it.
Why?
It's Poops McGee 420.
Perfect. I fucking love it.
And my password was like Pooper Scooper.
You just have no idea how to change it and shit.
So I had that email for a very long time until my mom yelled at me and go, what the hell? You gotta change it.
So,
you can't be like...
You're like applying for jobs with the fucking...
Poops McGee 420. I'm like, what?
That's so
I'm so
terrible.
oblivious.
I buffed. I'm glad every time that you fucking use your email, you probably... Maybe something in the back of your mind is like, oh, Garrett.
Oh, you. This little boy in English class. Who's liked me since 8th grade.
Did I tell you that when we dated?
That you liked me since 8th grade?
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay, probably did.
You said I've had this long obsession with you. I made a shrine of you in my closet. Like
I definitely didn't do that. That's fucking too much. I wasn't creepy about it. I wasn't a weirdo.
You kept it to yourself.
I kept it to myself. I was normal about it.
Until now.
Should I tell him what fucking really stuck in my mind? You were walking from Annie's house?
No.
No. Okay, I'll leave that out for now. Maybe some other time.
Yeah. Okay, so in high school, so when I did know you, then you were on drugs, which...
Yeah, so I was an outpatient. When we dated, I was already an outpatient. I remember I was walking up from like this back pathway that I used to take all the time that went from like my dad's house. And we were talking on the phone, and I was telling you I was going to outpatient. I don't know why I have that memory, but I remember we were talking on the phone and I told you. So, and I was just like, oh, I gotta go to outpatient, no, whatever. So you knew, for sure. I didn't hide it from you.
I don't remember.
But I got put in the outpatient just because my parents thought I was smoking weed. They didn't know I was already doing coke and ecstasy and mushrooms. I mean, I had done everything. I tried just about everything. I had a pill. I had done opiates, but I'd done benzos too. I just wasn't addicted to anything yet. I guess I was addicted to weed. I was smoking weed every fucking day, all day. I remember when I started opening up about my other drug use in outpatient, I would say weed is my constant, and I do other things on the weekend. Recreational, yeah, it was recreational at that point. But the weed was more than recreational. The weed was a fucking habit. But yeah, so yeah, I did heroin in that outpatient. Like, I remember there was a few times that like Oxy was still around, so we could get Oxy, but I just got heroin instead, like just a handful of times.
Who do you buy heroin for? I mean, like when you're so young?
No, this is after I was 18.
Okay.
This was later. I wasn't scared to do heroin prior to that.
Wait, did you smoke it first or you shoot it up first?
Smoked it.
Oof.
Yeah, I didn't start shooting up until much, like 21. Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, I know.
Very scary. Oh, it's scary. Dark, scary.
I know.
The idea of shooting up is literally so graphic and so scary. It's scary to think like, oh, I'm gonna, like I said, the process of doing it seems mortifying. It seems scary. It just seems scary. Then to actually like be doing it, putting it into your vein, body, you know? It's crazy. And to keep doing it all over again and over again, jeez, you know?
I know.
Oof, downward.
Quickly. It immediately takes it to a whole nother level as far as the amount you're doing.
Like, you know what you're doing too, and you're doing it still, and like the process, it's like, don't you want to stop at one point and be like, enough? I don't like this is crazy, but you can't because you're addicted and your body wants it. Like
that feeling, there's nothing like that feeling.
Euphoric.
The rush that you get, like when you first push that plunger in.
Mm-hmm.
I was so addicted to that feeling. Like when you push the plunger in. So like the needle's in your arm, like you register, it's in the vein. No, it's not even. It's not. It's the heroin.
It's already going into your body that quickly.
You immediately feel it. Yeah, it comes up the back of your throat. You taste it. That just the taste comes up. Like when you have you ever gotten fluids in the hospital? Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't. Wasn't
you
like.
Taste the salt a little bit if you pay attention. Like when they give it to you, you taste the salt, like because it's salt water that they're giving you. The saline solution.
Saline. Yeah.
You can taste it.
Yeah.
It's the same, yeah. So like you taste it and then immediately just fucking warmth, just like a blanket of comfort goes from head to toe.
So you can't compare it to anything? Like meditating?
There's nothing, it's like, no, there's nothing that feels that good. As far as, it's immediate and but it doesn't do that every time though. Like it does that, that's like the feeling that you're chasing each time. Like it might do that the first time, each time you relapse.
I've heard of that.
But yeah, chasing the dragon. You're chasing that first feeling.
Gross. But it's all around, you know, that's crazy, huh?
Yeah, it is. Glad I've been off of it for 5 years.
Thank God.
I know.
Can you imagine? You would be dead, or...
I'd probably be dead, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like it is such a downward spiral. Especially so many years. You probably would have already tried fentanyl by now, or something mixed with fentanyl.
I would have been doing fentanyl.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
So with fentanyl, though, like, a lot of people do shoot it up, but there's no point to. There's no rush with fentanyl.
There's nothing?
There's certain opiates that have a rush, and there's certain opiates that don't.
Fentanyl just makes you fall asleep?
Fentanyl's just going to get you high. It's not going to have that rush. Oxy doesn't have a rush either when you shoot it up.
Does only heroin?
Heroin, Dilaudid does, morphine
What's
does.
Dilaudid?
Dilaudid's another prescription opiate.
Oh, and you smoke that, or what do you do?
Shoot it up.
Oof.
It's the only way to do it.
Jesus.
It's what they give you in the hospital if you're in pain.
Yeah.
It's hydromorphone. Usually. They'll either give you morphine or they'll give you Dilaudid.
Dilaudid.
Usually. Hydromorphone. Hydromorphone's actually the best rush. It's better than heroin. It's so heavy. It just like folds you in half. You're just like, oh, it's so heavy. You can't. I can't explain. It's like your head just gets all heavy. Your shoulders get all heavy. And you can't help but like you fall into your own lap. You just like, oh, you can't fucking sit up.
That's like fentanyl.
But it only lasts. It's a 25-second feeling, 30-second feeling, and then it goes away. It's got a really short. So like doing Dilaudid. So they sometimes write prescriptions for Dilaudid. And like, okay, take one orally, but the bioavailability, which is the amount that absorbs orally when you take Dilaudid, is nothing. It's fucking useless to take orally.
So that's why you
shoot it up.
Oof.
Or you can snort it, which is not very good either.
Jeez.
Or you can boof it.
What's that mean?
Dissolve it in water, put it in a fucking oral syringe or a turkey baster and shove it in your asshole.
What's it called? Buffing?
Boofing.
Boofing?
Boofing. B-O-O-F.
Boofing? People boof things?
Oh, absolutely. It's a really good route of administration. Your ass absorbs shit really well.
How many think people boof things?
I don't know. I've never boofed a thing. I've never boofed anything.
That you remember?
No, I definitely have.
Boof me.
I definitely would have remembered.
Garrett, it's not funny.
It's crazy.
I've never heard of that, but I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. Okay, I get it.
Yeah. It's definitely a thing. You just you dissolve it in something and shove it in your asshole. Squirt it up there. I think there's a lot of blood vessels in your ass, and that's why it absorbs so well.
Yeah.
It goes straight to like butt chugging alcohol. People do, and I guess it gets you really drunk because it goes into your liver before it goes into your stomach.
It's like doing coffee enemas.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It goes straight to your liver.
Does it get you fucking hyphy? Do you feel the caffeine?
Well, yeah, you feel the caffeine, but it's also to like almost like detox.
What does it feel like? Going up there, does it hurt?
No. You don't have to put
Do you shit it back out?
No, of course you do. No, it comes out your mouth. What do you do with a coffee bag? What do you think?
Well, I don't know, like, does it stay? How long does it stay up in
You
there?
got to hold it. You got to like learn to
Clinch?
Yes. Yes.
So do you shit a bunch too? Like it cleans your stomach.
It cleans you out. It cleans
your
you out. I
colon
mean,
or
people are
whatever?
really against it, but I'm
Why?
very into it. Well, because it's not like medically FDA approved,
who
but
cares?
holistically.
Neither is heroin.
I'm all. But yeah, no, you don't. You can hold it, and then you have to like. It's kind of like It's like stages. Like you only do like a little bit at first to see how much you can handle, and whatnot. Oh, coffee enema.
I think you talk quieter, I talk louder, so it'll be better that way.
Yeah. Boofing.
Boofing, coffee enemas, boofing coffee, boofing dilaudid, boofing kratom. People don't boof kratom. It's like a joke on the fucking forums, but how much you boofing, dog? Yeah, I've never boofed anything.
I've never heard boofing. Well, I guess I boof coffee enemas, but
You boof some coffee
I'll
beans
take
in
those
your
coffee beans in mine. Health benefits.
Yeah.
Try it.
I might be down someday. I've never had anything in my asshole except for bags of heroin.
Boofing bags of heroin?
No, not to.
Oh, you just put bags of heroin in your butt.
Yeah, to hide it.
That's scary.
Yeah, it was wrapped up in a condom. I wrapped it in saran wrap. You gotta like
Make it small.
Yeah, you gotta form it, or else because it can't just be like a fucking rock. You gotta like melt it a little bit in your hands and form it into a little like stick, Wrap it in saran wrap, put it in a condom, tie it off. So the first time, this is a funny story. So the first time I ever did that, and this is the only reason I would ever do that is to cross over the border. I'm not gonna just do that walking around San Diego. So I didn't know that you're supposed to leave a little bit of the condom hanging
It's
out,
gonna go up.
or else it goes up pretty far. Yeah, and it was only like it wasn't even that much. I had like I don't know, maybe like an 8 ball, which is like nothing, 3.5 grams, like 3 grams actually of heroin because fucking. It's a Mexican 8 ball. It's only 3 grams. Well, an eighth of a fucking ounce should be 3.5. No, you get 3. Whatever. I don't know. It's a metric system, I guess. I don't know how it fucking works. Anyway, I fucking shoved the whole thing up there. Didn't leave any hanging out. I get back and I'm fucking.
Where is it?
Looking for it. Can't find it. I start to get sick. I'm like, all right, I'm fine. Like whatever. But then I have to go to work, so I'm working. I start to get dope sick. I need it. And I'm like, oh, this is fucking terrible. And I remember I went in the bathroom and I was just like, please, I was just pushing. And you're so constipated because I'm on opiates. So there's nothing coming. And then finally I fucking found it. I've deep in there, just fucking got it in between my fucking, and just, and took to the sink, fucking rinsed it off with some soap. Fucking opened it, fucking right in my arm.
Disgusting. What's the point?
What's the point? The point is we're willing to grow along spiritual lines.
Yes. That is the point. Kiss. Love you.